Good morning, everyone. My name is Rini and I am the VP of Business Development at ARBT. And this is Solomon. He is CEO and founder of ARBT. Now, if I may start by asking you all for a favor, please. We've had a wonderful morning, lots of presentations. You've had amazing morning tea. If I may ask all of you, if you have a coffee, a tea, some water in front of you, please take a big gulp because I need your attention for the next 5 minutes, please. Cheers to everyone. Who are we? If you're wondering what ARBT does, if I may have the slides up. Next one. Okay, this is a bit about us. We are a construction technology company. And if you're wondering what that is, imagine building, a real estate building, in a factory environment, end to end, using robotics. 100% robotics made buildings. So imagine an apartment. We can build the kitchen, the piping, the lighting, the bathrooms, 80% of that in a controlled, efficient, cost-controlled environment in a factory, and we transfer that into the site and we build the site very, very quickly. And Solomon will give you an update on that as well. Guys, if we look around the room, when I first walked in today, I saw Ford everywhere. And this reminded me of a story that I wanted to share with you today of when I first met Solomon and why I started working with him. I asked Sol, why did you start this company? Because it's a construction technology company which he started 10 years ago. And Sol said, Rini, I got my inspiration from Ford. Ford built cars from driveways into a factory environment. He made the manufacturing process so efficient that he made cars accessible to all. And Sol said, Rini, I want to do this with housing. I want to take housing from building it in driveways into an efficient manufacturing process, and I want to make housing accessible to all. Now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce Sol, who will tell you a bit about the company. Thank you.
Thanks, Rini. Firstly, thanks to Lakshmi, getting us all the way from Australia, and the SWFI team giving us this opportunity. We imagined an apartment delivered in the most efficient way that possibly can. And we figured we couldn't do that on a driveway or a construction site. So we said we were going to deconstruct a building and put it through a production line. Now, that's going to allow us to be scalable, less volumetric, and a global product that can be delivered to any developed country with a good building code. So we went out, we set it out in Australia. We are from Australia. So we said we've got the most stringent building codes and the fire codes. So we set out over 6 buildings, tested and trialed up to 40 stories. Our most recent project was a 12-story build, completely built on a production line in a factory, installed on site in 21 days. We're going to show you a video, and then we're going to talk about how good the strength of this building system is. The next slide, please.
And the other one.
The next one, too. The production time, we imagine, there should be a video there. That's fine. So we'll play the video at the end of it. The production time for an apartment on our production line is about 45 minutes. It's deconstructed into 5 major components: slabs, facades, bathroom pods, and the internals. Now, how do we put this up? It all gets manufactured in a production line, gets transported on site, and clicks together. Now, the video would show you the building going up in 21 days. And the efficiency of this system allows us to scale up. Now, we could scale that up 10x with more robots, automation, and a lot of technology. Okay? What we're trying to achieve out of this, not supply a product. We want to supply a solution. We want to make housing accessible to the public, to everyone. We all know someone who's struggling to afford their first house, a rental crisis, a housing crisis in Australia. We want to solve these in the most efficient way. That's not just building more, it's building efficiently. Keep costs down in a controlled environment, deliver it to the end user in the most efficient way. So we built out 6 buildings in Australia, in Brisbane. We've got approvals from the Singapore government. We are one of 7 companies that has approved and tested for 40 stories, and in Australia as well for 40 stories. Now, the way we see the solution to be most efficient is not just supply a product, is to supply an end user solution, which is through a fund. We've set up our own global real estate fund, and we are investing our own assets in there of 190 million. We're looking at a $300 million fund. We've got a tie-up with one of the largest international hotel chains. We picked a hotel asset class because it's a higher yielding asset class in a high interest environment. The building I would have shown you on a video, if it was playing, was a $70 million building going up in 21 days. We would like to scale that up over 12 months to deliver 15 hotels. Now that 15 hotels will be in an Olympic city. 2032, Brisbane's hosting the Olympics. There's a shortage of hotel rooms, so we are hoping that we can deliver this in about 12 to 18 months. What does this prove? It proves that a real estate asset can be a lot quicker, faster, and efficiently delivered. This could apply to any city in the world. It could apply to Dubai, it could apply to the UK or the US. We're looking at partners who will co-invest with us. We're looking at like-minded people who like the technology. We'll be around this afternoon. We'll show you the video and talk to us, see where we can work together. Over to you.
Thank you. Thanks, Sol. If I may have that last slide, please. The next one. So I just want to talk very quickly a couple of pertinent points about what the goal is. Sol mentioned about the fund we have set up in Australia. We would love for it to be a $1.5 billion fund, but at this stage we're raising 300 million. We're putting half of that, which is 190 million of Australian assets. We're giving anyone who's investing access to the Australian market, which is a very stable real estate market, by the way, and it has been growing for the last 20 years. Brisbane is an Olympic city in 2032, and there's a shortage. There's a shortage of hotels and accommodations there. And we are also giving the fund a pipeline, which is a pipeline with an international hotel group that Sol mentioned, to build 15 hotels. So what I want to highlight is that we are not a new company. We've been around for 10 years. For the last 8 years, we've tried and tested our robotic technology. We've got 8 buildings in Australia, and we'd love to build an international portfolio partnering with some of you. So myself and Sol will be hanging around today. Please come and say hello to us. Kay, our CFO, is in the room somewhere as well. We'd love to have a chat to you. But thank you very much for listening and your attention.